Welcome to the open question. Religion, in its many forms, has been an integral part of human history for millennia. In the earliest days of humanity, survival was the primary concern. Yet, alongside this struggle for survival, humans began to ask deeper questions about their existence, the world around them, and the mysteries of life and death. The desire to understand these unknowns led to the first attempts at religious thought. Early humans looked to the natural world, thunderstorms, the sun, the stars, the seasons, as phenomena that seemed beyond their control or understanding. These forces of nature, both awe-inspiring and fearsome, became the foundation of early religious beliefs. In some of the first known human societies, such as those in the Paleolithic and Mesolithic eras, people likely practiced animism, a belief that all things, animals, plants, and even rocks, had a spirit or essence. Rituals, such as prayers, offerings, and dances, were likely developed to appease these spirits or to gain favor from forces believed to govern the world. As these societies began to evolve and organize, their beliefs became more structured. Tribal leaders and elders, acting as mediators between the people and the divine, performed rituals to mark important events such as births, deaths, and harvests. Over time, human imagination and the need to explain the unexplainable led to the creation of gods and goddesses, each associated with specific elements or forces. The sun might be worshipped as a god of light and life, while the moon could be seen as a deity of night and mystery. These deities were not only believed to control the natural world, but also to influence the fate of human beings. As societies grew larger and more complex, so too did their religious practices. Some early religions, particularly those of ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, developed polytheism, the belief in many gods. Each of these gods had distinct powers and domains, gods of love, war, fertility, and even death. Rituals and ceremonies became more elaborate, often including sacrifices, prayers, and pilgrimages to sacred sites. With the rise of cities and empires, the need for organized religious structures grew. Priests and religious leaders became powerful figures in society, overseeing the performance of sacred rites and interpreting the will of the gods. Temples were constructed as places of worship, and religious festivals became central to social life. At the same time, early religions began to produce sacred texts, oral traditions eventually being written down on clay tablets, scrolls, or in the case of ancient Egypt, hieroglyphs. These texts became the foundation of religious beliefs, codifying stories of gods, heroes, and moral lessons for generations to come. One of the most significant developments in the history of religion was the emergence of monotheism, the belief in a single, all-powerful deity. The earliest known monotheistic faith, Judaism, introduced the idea of one God who created and governed the universe. This concept would later influence the rise of Christianity and Islam, both of which share the belief in one God and have common roots in Jewish religious traditions. These religions not only emphasized the worship of one God, but also introduced new moral codes, laws, and principles that helped shape the social structures of the societies that followed them. Christianity, for instance, redefined concepts of sin, salvation, and the afterlife, while Islam introduced a detailed code of conduct known as Sharia, guiding everything from personal behavior to governance. As these monotheistic religions spread, they encountered other belief systems, often resulting in conflict and conversion. The spread of Christianity, for example, often came hand in hand with the expansion of the Roman Empire, sometimes through peaceful missionary work, but at other times through forceful conversion. Similarly, Islam spread across the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Asia through both military conquest and peaceful trade. Throughout these periods of expansion, religion often became intertwined with politics. Rulers, whether emperors or kings, frequently adopted a particular faith as a means of consolidating power and uniting diverse peoples under a single belief system. Religious leaders held immense sway, influencing everything from law to daily life, and often acted as advisors to the rulers themselves. While some periods of religious history were marked by peace and coexistence, others were defined by strife and persecution. The Crusades, for example, were a series of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims, each seeking control of sacred lands. Similarly, the rise of the Inquisition in Europe saw the persecution of those deemed heretics or non-believers. Despite these challenges, religions continued to evolve and adapt. In the modern era, religions encountered new philosophies, scientific discoveries, and ideologies that led to changes in religious thought. The Enlightenment, with its emphasis on reason and individualism, brought about new ideas about faith, leading to the separation of church and state in many parts of the world. In the 19th and 20th centuries, movements for religious reform and new religious movements emerged, reflecting the changing social and political landscape. Religion remains a powerful force in the world today. Across the globe, people continue to look to religion for meaning, comfort, and moral guidance. However, religion also remains a source of division, with differences in belief sometimes leading to conflict and war. In every form, religion has sought to answer the same fundamental questions that humanity has pondered since its earliest days. Why are we here? What happens after we die? Though answers may differ, religion's role in shaping human history, culture, and identity is undeniable. It is a testament to humanity's ongoing search for purpose and understanding in an ever-changing world.